Hey guys, so I did promise 2 videos a week and I'm trying my hardest to fulfill it. So here is the second of the week. I'm actually doing it. So client came in with actually a set of my nails I'd previously done, and I've actually got a video on YouTube. I will link it below. It was the Princess Unicorny ones, pinky purples, did them about 3 weeks ago I think now. But we just changed them up just a little bit. So as you can see, I've just applied a teeny tiny bead of glitter because client wasn't sure whether she wanted this glitter or not, so I just showed her a little bit. So this one is Lavender Blossom Hollow, and then she decided she loved it, so I went ahead and picked up a bead of the Blossom Candy to ombre it into. So this one I'm using right now, the pinky one, is Blossom Candy. This is a stunning one. My clients have gone crazy for this. I did a video using this as well actually. It was a really nice pinky girly set. So I've just applied it to the free edge area, and now I'm going to go back into the Lavender Blossom. Just apply a tiny bit more and then just feather that into the Blossom Candy glitter. And I don't know about you guys, but I think they blend absolutely beautifully. Look at that. Makes me so happy. So then I'm going to go on to the index finger. So I'm now, no it's not, it's the ring finger. Oh my god. Can you tell I've not been doing YouTube in a while? So this is Milky Pink from CJP. This is a great white if you struggle with the consistency of white or don't want it to be as harsh. This is a really nice soft white with a hint of pink. So it is absolutely stunning. I do love this one. It's not chalky, it's nice and easy to use, blends beautifully, and it is great for your ombres because I say you don't get that harshness like you do with a bright white. So this is a very good one to have in your drawer. Highly recommend it. So I'm just popping another bead on just to make sure I've got that white blended back enough. Just pushing it out to side walls. I'm using the tip of my brush just to sweep it down. Make sure I've got no harsh lines. Not worrying too much because I'm putting a coloured acrylic over, so I'm not putting my normal Amore over. I'm actually going to use a coloured acrylic, and the coloured acrylic I'm using is one of my Moira ones. You guys know how much I love my Moira. So this one is Nymph. This is 233, and I'm applying this at cuticle, pushing it out and then feathering it down. And then, as you guys know, I rave about how super pigmented they are. So I've started sweeping that down and realised I've used way too much product as usual. I don't think I'll ever get used to how pigmented they are. I really won't. So I'm just feathering that down, making sure I've got a nice blend. You can see the shimmer in there is just stunning. It makes it super easy to blend and it just catches your eye. It's just amazing. So I'm just applying a little bit more Milky Pink to the free edge area because obviously, as I said, I went a little bit too far down with my pink because I underestimated the pigmentation once again. So then I'm going to move on to the middle finger. So this one is a 2-colour ombre using coloured acrylics. So the coloured acrylic I'm using is another one of my Moira ones. You guys know I am in love with these. So this one is Metal Purple. This one is 65. So I'm just applying that to the cuticle and then blending down. And then I'm going in to Metal Rose, which is 62. And then just blending that up. Making that nice and neat, and look at that ombre. It is literally seamless. I love these powders. So then on the index finger I did the unicorn horn, like swoosh. I don't know, this like, it has no name, this nail. I don't really know what it is. It's just a bit unicorn horny, stripy, swooshy, cute kind of thing. As you can tell, naming nails is not my thing. Leave that to the professionals. I'll just carry on playing with colours. So what I'm doing is I'm going into different coloured acrylics. So these are all my Moira ones that I've used previously on the set. This one I actually think is Festival. This is 222. So I'm just applying it slightly thicker on one side, going over diagonally and going nice and thin over the opposite side of the nail. using tiny amounts, just painting it on. You can see I'm just using the very tip of my brush, being super gentle. Just getting that product exactly where I want it. Just applying it a tiny bit more, just to sort of swoop this right round the sidewall area. So then I'm going to go into a pink, so I'm going to go into the Nymph colour again, so that's 233, and I'm going to place this on just underneath the purple. So exactly the same, slightly thicker on one side, and then up, and then nice and thin at the opposite side. Sorry, I have gone out of shot on the index finger. It does seem to be the index finger. I think I've knocked my camera and it's not in its usual place. But we're just going to carry on that using all different pinks and purples, as if by magic. There we go. And then I'm just going to apply some of the popping glitters from Diamond Glitters. Just going to do exactly the same motion as I was doing with the coloured acrylics, so a little bit thicker on one side and then opposite side nice and thin. Again, working diagonal and just following those original bands of colours that we're doing. So this one's the purple one. Just pushing it in, making sure there's no bulk. And then I'm going to do the same at the free edge and just apply some of the pink one. So again, this is the popping glitters. This one I believe is the raspberry one. I'm not sure this one's raspberry. As you can see, I'm just going over the blend of those two pinks. Just making sure that you can still see the definition in the two colours. Keeping it nice and flat. Then I'm going to apply a tiny bit more towards the cuticle area. I know it's a little bit boring watching me doing the same thing over and over again, but hey ho. So I'm just keeping it super thin at that edge and then just bringing it out once I get to this side. It's just all about keeping your lines nice and neat with this nail. So then moving on to the thumb. So the first thing I did was a coloured ombre, the same as I did with the middle finger. So using the exact same colours, so it's Festival and Metal Rose. And I'm going to apply glitters over these. So, oh my god, my dog is snoring, wow. So the reason I've done the coloured acrylic ombre underneath is because the popping glitters are quite a sheer glitter. So you'll see on my previous video, obviously, which I will link below, I just did the glitters and I did no colour underneath, and you have to layer the glitters to get a nice solid glitter colour. And where I didn't want to do that, I wanted it to be a little bit more sheer. So I just went with the coloured acrylic ombre underneath, so just using similar colours to what your glitters are. It's a great way if you struggle with applying glitters a little bit chunky or a little bit thick. So if you do a similar colour ombre underneath, you will eradicate obviously any chunkiness or anything like that. So then we're going to go ahead and cap we're going to cap in CJP's Crystal Glass. Love this clear, it's super clear, super shiny, it is amazing. I know I've gone about it, but I love it. So just making sure it's nice and clean. You can even see now how clear that acrylic is. Oh, I just love this acrylic, it's amazing. Yeah, so just making sure everywhere is nice and capped, glitter is nice and matte, making sure my apex is in the right place. Then we're going to refine file this whole setting, and we're going to top coat. I'm using my Jellica No Wipe top coat. You guys know I bloody love this stuff. It is my favourite top coat. I just love it. Look at that. Oh, it's amazing. So yeah, I cure for 60 seconds in my LED lamp. You can cure for 30, but I just like to cure for 60. And I think it takes you longer than 60 seconds to paint the other hand, so it's not hurting if it's in the lamp. I think at least then you definitely know it's cured. You're going to have no dullness or any tackiness or anything. But it is a super thick top coat, super glossy, and it just makes everything pop. So satisfying to watch. I could literally watch top coating videos like all day, I think, and not get bored. So then you can see there where I did the glitters over the top of the ombre. So then, like I say, I'm going to pop in the lamp to cure for 60 seconds. I also applied some fuchsia mirror pigment to these, to the ring fingers, and some Swarovski crystals. So this is the finished set. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.